And now the results are in. Taking the podium this month for the Cycling Men of Leisure:
Franklin Johnson, Alex Bell, Barbara Sharp, Mandy Johnson, Kip Uthold, Joe Grammer, Dennis Keeler, and honorable mention, Keith and Melanie Erickson.
No kissing of the cheeks, no prize money, no champagne. Just our undying gratitude and the smug satisfaction of getting every regular show 2 days before the general public.
That's right. That's 48-hour gap. Not even Pogacar. You know what? Toddy can close that.
Welcome to the Leisure Breakaway. Catch the sun and seize the day. Push the limit, feel the heat. Listen to the rhythm beat. Keep on moving, never slow. Where the yellow jersey goes. The Toro is calling out your name. This is the Leisure
All right, welcome back to Cycling Men of Leisure's Leisure Breakaway. Today we're talking about stage 6 of the tour, which took us into the mountains for the first real showdown of this year's race, and it definitely did not disappoint. We got the big moments, the surprises, and everything you need to know from the unforgettable day in the Pyrenees. I'm Michael, and as always, my best friend across the internet up in Michigan, Adam.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have an announcement. I actually was able to watch a little bit of it at work today. I'm excited. I got something cool to talk about.
But I thought you'd been watching it the whole time.
I can't watch it work. They got me locked down. You know, I work for the government, right?
It's called a cell phone. It's in your pocket. You pull it out and you watch.
True.
Okay.
Now, hold on.
I thought you ran the show over there. Apparently, I'm wrong.
That's the problem. they got me locked down. All kidding aside, once Tour de France accepted Road Adventures Cycling Men of Leisure to be able to share, it opened up a thread, and I'm really hoping nobody from work is listening to this. And I was able to watch. And let me just tell you, I don't want to steal your thunder because I know this is a great project and you are taking the lead on this one, which I'm enjoying sitting back watching the fruits of your labor. But let me just say, we have some beautiful, wonderful friends in Georgia. You and I went close to 40 miles an hour, but 107 kilometers an hour, or what is 63 miles an hour? Holy beep. But anyways, I don't want to steal your thunder, but let me just tell you, watching that chain going up and down like that, not me, musta. No.
All right. I totally agree with you. That was just insane. Today was an interesting day. They started out in Pau. They finished in Gavani, distance of 186.2 kilometers, which for us Americans, that's 115.7 miles. They gained 4,100 meters. And this is what blows my mind. That's 13,450 feet.
And they did that in one day. And when you and I do like rag or ragbri, or I guess that's about it. But we do that in a week.
Yeah, or we do 4,100 feet in a day.
Right.
Not meters, just feet.
Right.
So, yeah, it's crazy. Especially when you think about Pikes Peak, 14,115 feet. So they almost went all the way up Pikes Peak today.
Wow.
I mean, as far as climb. Clearly, they were going over some probably steeper things than that. But anyway, this was a high mountain summit finish. The average temperature, 33 degrees Celsius. That's 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Very hot conditions again today. I mean, this weather is not giving them any breaks. It was a very interesting stage. As you know, the big stage winner was Tadej. Or maybe you didn't know. I don't know how much you saw, but
I searched when I got home for a nice summary.
It was incredible. He attacked on the Col du Tourmalet, which was the big mountain today. It blew everybody's mind. He was like 5 kilometers from the top, and him and Del Toro. Well, Del Toro took off, actually. Tadej got right in behind him because right as they start breaking away, Del Toro looks behind to make sure that Tadej is right behind him. And they just attacked, and no one was expecting an attack that far from the top. And Del Toro just pulled him up the hill. Not that he wasn't cycling, but together, just blew everybody away. And then coming down, Tadej produced one of the fastest ascents ever recorded on this climb. And I think it was like 74 miles an hour.
That's just nuts.
Now, you and I have talked about it. There has been a couple of rides downhill where we've managed to get in the high 40s, close to 50, if I remember correctly.
I think you're absolutely correct.
And those couple of times, very few, but those couple of times, I know me, I won't speak for you. I was holding on. I'm scanning the road for any little teeny pebble because I'm like, you know what? At this speed, say at 47, 48 miles per hour, at this speed, I hit just something, little teeny thing wrong. I'm fracturing 2 clavicles and probably getting a nice couple weeks in the hospital. It's scary. I cannot imagine going 70 miles an hour on a bicycle. And when I look at the mountains and the hills that we've done, mountains in Georgia, hills in Iowa, I go, you go off, you're going to tumble a ways, but, there'll be a cornfield or something. There is some of these things where it's literally almost straight down. And the only thing that's going to stop you is the road as it hooks back around, 100 to 150 yards down, basically straight. So hats off to those guys.
Let me tell you something. When we did that in Georgia, I believe it was the year we had 43 team members. And forgive me, I don't know exactly where. I should have been prepared before the show. I could have went on Strava and found it. But all I know is my wife would be at home, and she said she would watch the rides. And, of course, what did Strava do? It said top speed. I think it was 43, 44. I don't want to be dishonest. Okay. I'm not sure what it was, but all I know is I got a call and it said, hey, when you're not around your friends, give me a call. Now, I don't know about in your marriage, but I'm willing to be honest.
Not a good thing.
No, never. If your wife ever says, call me when you're not around your friends, right away it's like, uh-oh. And
you know what my answer is? Sorry, all my friends are here. Can't break away.
Yeah, that would have been smarter. So we went to town that night. We went out to dinner, and I said, hey, I'm going to step outside and call my wife. And you said, okay, no problem. And I called her, and she said, what were you doing? I said, what do you mean? And she said, what do you think's going to happen to you with a little plastic helmet on and a stupid brim on your head at 43 miles an hour or whatever it was? And I said, oh, honey, I was being safe. And she said, oh, yeah? And what about a blowout? I didn't want to tell her, but that's what I was thinking the whole way down. Please don't blow out. Please don't blow up. Anyways, watching that today, what happened was you've been in my office before. I have double monitors, and then I have a third one on my right. And so my employees wouldn't come in and be like, the guy's only sitting there watching bike racing. I put it on the monitor where my employees couldn't see. And so I was kind of working on a project, and I looked up, and all I saw was the chase car. What do they call the cars? The mechanic car?
Oh, yeah. Mechanic car.
Oh my gosh. 107 kilometers or whatever. And I'm like, why are they showing that? And then the camera went up, and I was like, oh my gosh. So that's crazy, man. Crazy.
But it was incredible. I mean, you just see the technical skill, and you think going down the hill, it's like, well, there's nothing technical about. No, that is very technical, and at those speeds, it is extremely technical.
Yeah,
So,
that's
fantastic job. But UAE Team Emirates basically controlled the race before Toddy launched his just basic blowout decisive move. Vingegaard rode a strong race, but man, let me tell you, he just could not keep up. But this stage really created the first major time gaps among the overall contenders and kind of reshaped the general classification. I do have the saddest news of the day. The winner of yesterday's stage, Torstein Treen, won the stage yesterday, was going down the mountain today, and he had a rider in front of him, and it was actually on his own team, and they touched wheels. He went down, and he is now out of the race. He did not pass the concussion protocols, and even if he would have, he had several cracked ribs, so he had to leave the tour. And that's really sad, because after yesterday's ride, they were talking some really, really big things about him and some potential. And then to get taken out of just something as minor as touching, a teammate's wheels is horrible. The good news is he goes home a stage winner. So there's something
something that I'll never be able to say.
Well, you can say it all you want. I don't care. It's not true, but you can say it all you want. Anyway, the jerseys wrap up as follows. Yellow, Toddy is up in the yellow. Green goes to Patterson. The KOM also goes to Toddy, but Toddy will be wearing his yellow jersey tomorrow. So I'm going to guess that Jonas Vingegaard will be wearing the polka dot jersey, and then the white, obviously Del Toro with his breakaway with his team captain will be wearing white tomorrow. So Tadej Pogacar is the big winner today, and pretty much everything everybody is talking about. So overall, the lead team is Lidl Trek. They're the ones that are on top. And tomorrow looks like it will be another interesting ride. 175 miles or kilometers, excuse me. Only going to be going up about 1,000 meters. So the profile is going to be relatively flat. So it's going to be more of a sprinter's day tomorrow. So we'll see. So what do you got for us?
Our good teammate, one of the original cycling women of leisure, and our friend Mandy, she reached out to me this morning, and she sent me some pictures. And she, in July 20th in 2022, was able to see Quinn Simmons ride by, and she was holding an American flag up by the Pyrenees, and he looked over and gave him a nod. And she's got some very close pictures.
Wow.
She said it was a great stage to be there for. And Toddy and Jonas battled it out on the climb. And she was in Paris for the final stage as well. And for the first stage of the women's tour, as they started, the women and the men finished. It was the women's first tour after a 20-plus year hiatus. Mm-hmm. And that's why they started them the same day as the finish. So there was a huge crowd. So, Mandy, thank you so much for reaching out to us and sending the pictures. It was really sweet. I'll have to send them to you, Michael.
Yeah, that's really cool. There's so few American cyclists that it's neat when one of them does well, or you've got a cool story about them. We're just not a big cycling country, not like Europe and all of those places over there. But you never know. That could change.
And I made a promise to you that I would look up your nationalities. And while we're recording here, I have sent you 2 pictures that Mandy shared with me. But you asked for, don't look, nationalities. So I have the original start of 184 riders. I have the breakdown of country, the percentage. And would you like to give us a guess of the number one country who produced the most riders for the 2026 Tour de France?
Okay. Now, just to caveat that, you have not told me any information.
I have
not done any research.
I have not. Or you have not. I don't think you have.
You've taken these results and buried them in your back in a phonetic or a sealed jar in your backyard.
Well, I printed them off about 14 minutes ago, and
okay.
I've spent seconds.
The old Carson thing where you do the great whatever the guy's name was,
Houdini or whatever.
All right, I am going to guess. My first guess will be, not like I've got multiple guesses, but I think I've got to go with probably one of the Norwegian countries. It's either going to be France or the Netherlands.
Final guess?
Final guess. Or I could phone a friend. I got this buddy Adam that might know.
Well, that's not fair. I've got the answers in front of me.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah, that's final guess.
Can you see now that I've moved my seat, the board? This one is and don't take my answers wrong, this one is an applause. And this one is a trombone.
Go ahead and hit the trombone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the country providing the most amount of riders to the 2026 Tour de France is Belgium.
I was going to say it was between Belgium and the Netherlands. I was like, yeah.
But you were so close, because Belgium was 31 riders at 16.8%. And in your defense, France was 30 riders at 16.3%. And then the Netherlands was next at 17%. Then we jump down in Italy and Germany. Both have 12. Spain and Australia, have 11. And then we get into single digits. Norway 8, Denmark 7, Great Britain 7, United States 6, Colombia 5, Switzerland 4, Slovenia 3, Czech Republic 3, and then Austria, Ecuador, Latvia, New Zealand, and Poland 2 each, and then
Mexico.
Canada. Oh, yeah. Then we go on down 1 each. So 27 nations total. The sole Mexican is Del Toro.
Del Toro?
Yeah. And there we go.
So the top three, give me the top three again.
Yes, sir. Belgium, France, and Netherlands.
Okay. I'm a little disappointed in, where's you told me like where Switzerland and Germany, you'd think the Swiss and Germany and those, you'd think that they would have big contingents. But okay.
Well, sir, that is the homework for the night. We do have one more piece. Our good friend Wade Paul, I mentioned that he's been writing in a lot, and thank you, sir. He wanted to clarify something, but he also has something really funny, so I couldn't hold back.
Okay.
He said he understood so last time we talked about the points, and he said he understood that. He said, my question about the jerseys is, do they time every rider individually? Is every rider given a time throughout those climbing gates, or do they give the peloton the same speed?
As I understand it, basically, there's going to be like 4, 5, 6, whatever they determine is like the point riders, meaning that on the KOM, if you go through that gate and you're one of those top 4, 5, 6 riders, they have a designated number of points. you will say you're the third rider through on the King of the Mountain at that particular point, and say that's 4 points, you get 4 points. Once that number of riders goes through, at that point, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
No more points left to give out. It's just like the intermediate sprints and things like that. They say, we're going to, top 3 riders are going to get, points, and they race it out, and those top 3 riders get the points. And then after that, there's no points to give, so they don't worry about it. So they don't worry about all the other people there. They're just they're looking at the places, and they determine, we've got 3 places or 4 places or 5 places or 10 places. Wherever the points are, once those points are gone, then you move on.
Okay.
So the peloton itself would not receive anything on a King of a Mountain. It would just be the lead people that make it through that gate.
Well, he wants to finish with a comment, and I could not hold back. He said, Toddy is a beast. And it says, reminds me of myself on Ragbri. What Toddy is to climbing, I am to pie eating.
Oh, hats off to you. Absolutely. But you're in Iowa. Come on.
Well, listen, I might be a little bit selfish, but I hope he's in southern Iowa, because the pie in southern Iowa is
there is a difference.
Yes,
the
sir.
northern Iowa pie is not as good as a southern pie. And I've got reasons for I've got theories about that, but
okay.
We won't go into my Iowa pie theory on this episode, but maybe we'll touch on that later.
So tell us about stage 7. We're trying to keep these a little bit shorter. So
stage 7 is, like I said, pretty much a flat stage, 175 kilometers, and not any climb. So it'll be flat. You'll be going through a lot of, farm country and that type of stuff. So hopefully we'll maybe tomorrow get to see some cool field art, because it's always interesting. So we'll see.
As always, thank you so much, sir. And we will look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Until tomorrow.
Welcome to the Ration Breakaway. Catch the sun and seize the day. Push the limit, feel the heat. Listen to the rhythm beat. Keep on moving, never slow. Where the yellow jersey goes. The Toro is calling out your name. This is the Ration Breakaway.